Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US stocks for Friday the 22nd. As you know, this week we've started doing stocks. We've on the Monday we'll be doing Alphabet, Netflix, and Nvidia. On Tuesday, Apple, Facebook, and Amazon. Wednesday we're doing Microsoft, ADM, and Tesla. Thursday is Alibaba, Goldman Sachs, and Exxon Mobil. And Friday, we're going to do AT&T, but I thought, being an Australian and seeing a stock called Team Atlassian, being an Australian stock, that's really pushing up nicely, which we're looking at now. So we'll move with that, and also General Electrics, which has been in a bear market for years, and we'll look at Nike as well. Now these three stocks we'll look at today. I've just put the wave counts together this morning, so they still need a lot of work, but this is what the first month is going to be, is just exploring and refining and understanding these stocks. So yeah, so it's not like a big not like a big deal, but we're just sort of moving into them. So with this stock here, we're looking at this wave 3 and wave 4 here, in line with the NASI and the S&P and so on. And then we're looking to the upside here. And we can see here, even if I go to the weekly chart here for a moment, we can see here we've got wave 3, A, B, and C for the fourth here. And then this move up through here, each trend has got a beginning, a middle, and an end. And normally you can identify one or two parts of the trend. So this strong move here, right in the middle here, would probably be the halfway of the whole trend to the upside here as such. So this is the beginning of the trend where it's got its building process, the middle of the trend which we will try to catch, the third of the third wave, and then we've got a series of fourth and fifth waves coming up, and we'll end up at 200 here for this market. So this is definitely not over, this move here. So on the daily chart here, I've labeled it from the low here as wave 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 here, and then moving up for 3, 4, and 5, and so on here. So as I mentioned, this strong part in the middle here, we could consider that the center of the whole trend that's going to play out here. So this distance here will equal this distance here, which will certainly take us up to our target area through here. And if I don't think I've done anything on the 4-hour chart with this. I think I've just gone straight to the hourly chart to bring in a bit more here. So just a bit more data here. Yeah, for some reason I can't bring the data in here, but anyway, we've got wave 2 here. This was the same for the tick chart, because normally I want to go straight to the tick chart here, but this is all the data I can bring in from here. So there's a couple of stocks like this on this platform that have rendered a bit useless on the tick chart, so I can't get in there and have a look at it. So the best I can do is on the hourly chart here. But we saw wave 2 on the daily chart, so that's cool. We've got wave 1 and 2 here, and then I'm looking at all of this as wave 1 and 2 here, and the third wave is quite clear, where we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So the wave 4 can pull back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, so we can look to buy back at that point there, and then we'll see wave 3 push up into 200 there. So really that's all I've got for Atlassian here at the moment. And yeah, but what I can say here is that this trend is not completed and still has a long way to go. So I think that in itself is interesting when we compare that to you know, the markets in general. So yeah, very strong tech company, this one here, based in Australia, Sydney. And right, the next stock we're going to look at is General Electric. So bear with me while I find it in my watch list. Okay. So we don't want the 1 hour here. We'll start off on the weekly here. So I might just, I've just been working on this little bit here, but I think what we'll do is we'll just go to the monthly here, see what we can bring in. Okay, so I mean, this stock, as you well know, was in the Dow Jones, the US 30 or the top 30 stocks, but that's been taken out of there now. Other stock has moved into its place. So I've got to kind of look at this here in terms of an A and a B wave here and a C wave here for this. So we're kind of looking at like this here for the time being. It looks like it could certainly go down below zero here at the moment, but I'm sure it'll reach its value in that point there. So, I mean, all I'm interested in at the moment is this particular leg here for this. This whole correction could get a bit more complicated, but as an ABC for the A wave here, the B wave back up, and the C wave down here makes sense. And in fact, there's 5 waves in this little space here already. So this is what I wanted to focus on today. So I'll just go back to my weekly chart now that we've got that sort of viewed for a little bit. So from this top here, that little B wave that I was looking at there, I'll just put it in there. And we could actually have the C wave in here finished. So 5 waves moving down here, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 3, 4, 5, the third, the fourth, and the fifth wave here. The A wave, the B wave, and the C wave for wave 4. And I can count 5 waves in here. So it's possible that this is finished. So either this is finished right here on this low here and we go up from that point, or this move here down here is just wave 1 and we go back for wave 2 here in a little sort of ABC pattern here to roughly here 61.8% mark or even lower, and then have wave 3, 4 and 5 here. So that's also possible as well here. So we need to be mindful. It's like, yes, we can have a low in here, but we may just pull back up to 50, 60%, whatever, and then come down again in a third wave down here. So we need to be mindful of that. But let's go and have a closer look. So that structure comes down as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then down for 5 here. So we've got a low in place here. I just don't know if it's wave 5 or just wave 1 of 5. So if that's the case, we'll see an A and a B and a C back up for wave 2, and then we'll go down for wave 3 here. But I have to say, it gives us plenty of upward swing here. So we can definitely go to look in and look to purchase at this stage here on this low. So from wave 4 here, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to work both counts, but I like to be conservative. So I like to suggest this is going to be an ABC pattern at this stage here. We can change our minds along the way. In both cases, the wave count will be the same. The wave A will, because it's a wave 2, that means that wave A will be 5 waves, wave B will be 3 waves, and wave 5 will be wave C will be 5 waves as well. So a 5, 3, 5 structure. But that's also a bullish structure as well, because if I had this as wave 1 here, then that would also be 5 waves and 3 waves and 5 waves. So, we're not going to work this out for a long time. What I could say here, though, is that normally the A wave is quite sharp, and so can wave 1, I guess, and wave 2, and wave 3 needs to be sharp as well. So we'll either have wave 3 sharp or we'll have a lazier wave here, and then that would be more in line with the C wave here, this one here. So we should be able to work out by the angle of personality. Well, it's the angle, but reflects back into personality, which reflects back into volume. So we can keep an eye on that. And so on. But it's very clear here at the moment that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 coming down through here. So we do have a low in place here. In regards to the trading levels, obviously the orange lines are major trading levels and the grey lines are medium levels. So we would normally have a level between 5, and we use the Fibonacci as price ratio, so $1, $2, $3, $5, $8, and then the power of 10, because from 8 would normally go to 13, which would be up here for this stock here. that high, well, it comes in nicely here. So they're major trading levels. So medium trading levels happen in between the major trading levels. So between 5 and 8, we've got $6.50 here. Then we'll have 9, 11.50, and so on. So when we go to the power of 10 here, the Fibonacci numbers are 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. But we just really use, we're back to 1 again here. So the power of 10 from 1 here to $10 here to $20 to $30 to $50 and so on. So we work to the power of 10, but these work well with the ratio to the upside. So I won't go into any more detail than this on this particular stock here, but you could look for a classic trading levels pattern at $6.50, and that's what we'll be looking for a buy signal to the upside. So we'll end up trading from $6.50 up to $8 at some point once we've got the setup. And as I've mentioned, I won't be putting the trades on the charts here. We're going to be putting them on the TradingLounge website. Okay, so we want to have a look at Nike next. Just give me a sec to find it. Okay, so this is Nike, and I've just cut straight into the 4-hour chart. So we know that we've been working with these lows in terms of blue wave 4 here, primary degree. And in this instance here, very much like the NASDAQ and the S&P and so on, and this particular count here, I've got this in line with with the S&P 500, we've got 2 counts. One of them is this one here, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for wave 1 and an ABC for wave 2. We've got another count for the S&P 500 where we have wave 1 over here. But I can see from this instance, this is the best fit here. So this is probably a good case to support the S&P's count on this basis here. So we've got wave 1 and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here. And just take my word that we've got 5 waves here. You can definitely see there's a corrective pattern here and as an ABC, and then we're moving up through here. So we're not interested in buying this just yet, but I'll go through to the hourly chart here. It wasn't the hourly chart, the tick chart perhaps. Yes, okay, the tick chart works on this one. I'm just still getting used to everything. So we've got the wave 2 here that we just pointed out in the bigger picture. So this little move up through here, we can count, I've pulled this apart on 20 ticks, so I'm quite happy with all of this. I'll tell you what I understand and what I don't understand. I'm happy with wave 1 and 2 here. I'm happy with wave 1 and 2 here. I'm happy with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, 3 and 4 and 5 here. I'm happy with that as the third wave here. This is 100 ticks that I'm working on, but I've pulled that apart on 20 ticks, so I've done my homework before I've come to school. Now, this other part here, I don't particularly understand. I'm not sure if this wave 4 should be sitting over here for this, and or we're going to have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 to finish off here. I'm expecting this market to move up a little bit higher here. The 95 is the stopping point here. So we don't have a trade set up here. If I'd gotten in earlier here then to this, well, then we would have gone long from this point. That wouldn't have been a problem, but I'm not going to go chasing the market here. So this is where we are at the moment for this. So I need to figure this out a little bit in this space here. But in a nutshell, we're looking for 5 waves up, and then we'll be looking for an ABC pattern to pull back to the 50-60%, which I've taken the 61.8% at 88 from 95 there, but that will need to be adjusted. And it may not even, pierce the 90 here for that. Yeah, so and if it climbs higher and I've done something wrong, well, then our next setup will be on the 95 here. So I can't draw on that side of the tick chart, so I have to draw on this side. So the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, an ABC pattern here, and that would be our setup here, and off we go at that point. So yeah, but anyway, this week wasn't really about trading as such. It was just about me tuning into the markets, these particular stocks that we're going to keep looking at, and we may swap one or two here or there or whatever, but it was just to sort of tune in and to bring you along with me in tuning in on these stocks. They're new to me. I haven't really, I mean, I live in Australia, so I just normally trade Australian stocks mostly. But yeah, I want to get a bit more involved in these US stocks, because what they'll do is they'll give me more insight into the actual indices as well. That's the one of the main reasons behind it. So so that's that. Thank you for tuning in, and thanks for supporting Trading Lounge. Much appreciated. Cheers.